I'm still laggy. I don't know why. Maybe it takes time to warm up, guys. 아, 너 너무. 아, 눈에 다리 끼게 넣어. I know. I finished uploading. I finished up downloading Lost Ark. I started in admin. That's why I had to restart. Maybe I'll try turning off my Premiere. So it's my Premiere. I don't think I can do Premiere and stream at the same time. How is that possible? My Lost Ark works perfectly fine, but my Premiere does not. You need one more PC? 아, 나 진짜 근데 농담 아니라 생각은 하고 있어요. You guys, I'm not joking. I'm thinking about it. Because I'm so sick of my Lost Ark dying. Cam, link, and HDD need to be plugged into USB 3 port. Okay, let me check. Can I easily check? It should be the blue or red port? 그래? Guys, yesterday? 그래? 기다려봐. 아이씨. You guys make me work! Oh, my camera died. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm much cleaner. Wait, that sounds so weird. I'm much cleaner. Oh. Cam was connected to a port that was like a different port. Oh, no wonder. I look so much better now. Holy cow. Hi, guys. Oh my god, I look so fine. Fudge, I have to make up that. Yeah, I didn't know. He didn't tell me where it was supposed to be plugged in. Wait, no, was it like this before? Oh, really? Okay. Okay, then so my okay, so that means Mia put it at the wrong place. Cause when I formatted it, I had to take off everything. Now my camera, my PC died. Yeah, yeah, and then Mia didn't know what was what because I have literally like 10 things that's plugged into my USB port. So, it looks so beautiful. Holy cow! That wouldn't work. It's everything black and the behind, you guys don't want to see it. It's like so crazy. There's no way I could take a picture of it. I just have to memorize. Even when I set my PC up with everything, everyone said mine looked better than every other e-girl streamers. Good morning, guys. Label everything? Oh! Ooh! I don't think Joey would hear it. Let me try that next time. We'll do a PC stream. No, but be proud of me. So this is what happened. I woke up at 6 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I went to bed early because I wanted to try to wake up early so that I could stream really, really early. Like, if possible, maybe end late. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna sleep. And I went to bed at 10. Be proud of me. I've been going to bed at 1. So I went to bed at 10. And I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna wake up early. And, like, do some exercise. And then stream for you guys. So I woke up at 6. And I was like, I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna edit because I have so many things to edit. I've been, like, complaining to you guys, but I haven't been, like, actually editing it. So I was like, I'm gonna edit. So I got my thing out. And I was like, I'm editing. So I got like halfway / almost done with one of my music video, or not my music video, my trip to Hyunju. So I was really happy about it. And I was like, okay, and then I wanted to work on the BRB screen because I don't have a clip, and I got an angel from the sky helping me out on that. So I worked on that and it works. Look at this. So I got this working and I was really happy about it because, you know, it was very simple and like it was all done. I was really happy. So I was like, you know, I'm getting things done. I'm getting things done. And then it was like 8 and my room got really cold, like so effing cold. So I was like, okay, well, like, I need to, like, warm up. So what I did was I went to go to bed. And I had to wake Mia up anyways. Because, like, Mia has to go to work at 8. Like, he has to leave. He has to get ready. He has to, like, wake up at 8 to get ready. I was like, okay, Mia, wake up. He couldn't wake up. He couldn't wake up for the longest time. And he kept saying crazy stuff. But I was like, I woke you up, right? And I went back to sleep. So his alarm went off at like 8:30 and I just couldn't wake up. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll like start stream at 9. I'll like get there and like I'll do makeup on stream. Can't wake up. And it was 9. And Mia rushed out. And I was like, I need to wake up because Mia woke up. I could do it. And I couldn't do that. I could not do it for the longest time. So I was dead. It was like, what, like 10:30? I was like, shit. I checked the time. It was 10:30. Checked my phone. I was like, and one of my phones doesn't have Discord on it. So I was like, oh my god. So I ended up being super late. But at least I did something, guys, right? I worked on stream. I'm very proud of because I actually did something. So don't hate me too much. It's cause you guys didn't ask where I was. I was actually testing you guys because on my Discord it was pretty quiet. So I was like, oh, you guys probably don't, you know, isn't curious of where I am. So I'm just gonna be in bed without people noticing. And that's what I did. Fudge. So today what we're going to do is lots of things. Lots of things. 1, I need to work on... Oh shoot, My camera looks so fine nowadays. I'm so happy. Oh my god. Looks so stunning. Who is that girl? Hey Scotty. But yeah, honestly, what we're going to do is I had lots of things planned today, but I'm so lazy. I need to wake up. I really need to wake up. Oh, 졸려. 와, 미쳤어. Oh my god, 너무 졸려. Why am I this tired, guys? Who made me become this tired? I'm so ready to sleep for another like 5 hours. I might need coffee. I wanted to cut down on coffee, but that's like impossible. Old age? No, if you get old, you're supposed to wake up. That's the thing though, no? Today we're gonna start off talking about the news and then go to my Japanese lesson, and then we're going to be doing some K-pop thing because I prepared 2 things and I wanted to do 1 reaction. No, I only prepared 1 thing. I wanted to keep up with my radio, but as you get older, it's increasingly more difficult to be super active as you wake up. No wonder when guys wake up, they just go on the internet and do stuff without thinking. You know what I mean? Oh, guys, I have a fun story to tell you. We'll do Lost Ark radio stream. Guys, also, can I tell you? So I was like shocked that I woke up at 10:30 that I didn't change my pants. Look at this. I'm in my PJs. I got a bad habit of just checking Discord. That is so bad. Like, why would you do that? Hi, Holly. But that's why I try to stop it. So what I do is I wake up to watch YouTube. But I say that's part of my work, right, guys? Because I'm a YouTuber. So I'll do like first half of stream, like first. I know. Is it better though? It is better. Excuse me, sir. Go put on the pants. Hey. Let's see you put on the pants when you are doing some other shenanigans. By the way, probably Skipper-Neem isn't here, but because of him, he saves so much time of me trying to think of things to put on shorts, so thank him. So I'll give a round of applause. Oh shoot, I would wear no pants, but my undie isn't colorful. I would if it was pretty. So a couple of updates, guys, that I was thinking yesterday while I had a brain. What is that TMI? You would like to see... This is what I don't understand about guys. You guys like pretty undies, right? Girls spend lots of dineros buying pretty undies for you guys. But no, you guys don't care. You guys should appreciate it and... like, embrace it and be in love with it. But you guys don't. That's the issue, right? Oh, not from me? Okay. 쌉인정. Mia gets mad at me for wearing granny panties. He's like, do you not have panties? I'm like, do you know how comfy these things are? Girls buy them to show other girls? Not really. I don't think I show my pants. Dude, I'm so shocked that my camera looks so stunning. No wonder my music video reaction, I look so blurry and I was upset. I'm like, I spent freaking $2,000. That's what I feel so bad. You guys buy me super high-tech equipment and I just don't use it properly. Like the mic thing, I'm so sad. Like, I'm so stupid. I feel bad. Like, Josh gave it to me, right? And I'm like, I don't know how to use this thing. 'Cause I'm stupid. And it was my fault because I put this one on Amazon without looking for it. I don't even know why I put this one. Because like 아저씨 손님 came home and came to my house like when we were setting up the camera first time. And he was like, why do you have this one? And I'm like, I don't know, because people said it was good. So I put it on Amazon and my chat bought it for me. So he's like, this is one of the hardest ones to use. And I'm like, you tell me that now, sir? Why? You just realized I'm a YouTuber, Scotty? What the fudge? I've only catch stream on my phone, so I never noticed. Oh, that's good. That is so good. It is mucho good. Let me just put this so it looks like I'm like looking at you guys. At least looking at you. You thought I was just a Twitch streamer? Twitch streamer. So honestly, I actually like the YouTube vibe better than Twitch vibe because everything that's live, I have to interact, and it's hard because as a girl, like, you need to be kind. I think to grow, you need to be at least a little wholesome, but I always say this, I'm not that wholesome. Like, if you guys come to my stream with a problem, I want to solve it. I don't want to, like, be like, oh, I'm sorry, type of deal, so. And at least on YouTube, I don't have to do that live. I can prepare my answers to be ready. It's hard. It's really hard. Fudge you! You guys, I didn't get this! My weekly! How dare you not tell me that? Oh, everything's ruined. Now I have to wait another week. Arr. Oh. Anyways, what was I going to talk about? Oh, so yesterday my cousin came home and then he wanted to ask for some like life advice, and at one point I just wanted to like smack him, being like, hey, get your senses back. But I felt bad for him. Like, you know how I always talk about social media ruining people's lives? Like, he was a very good example of how social media was ruining his life. So he's a very introverted, like shy, kind of socially awkward guy. And if it's a girl, it's somewhat better because, you know, even if you're even looking for friends or looking for a date, I feel like being a girl is much easier than a guy, right? And like making yourself prettify is much easier being a girl than a guy. So for him it sucks. And like, you know what? Honestly, Mark, I don't think you're not that socially awkward. You're just introverted, but not socially awkward. Like how socially awkward my cousin is he's very cautious of everything, which is unfortunate. Like, he comes to my house often and he's like, can I pet your cat? He's like so excited. He's like, is it okay? And like, he's like so shy, but like he needs to chill down, right? It's like, just be like, 누나, 그 고양이 만져도 돼요? But it's more like, it's not that. It's like, he's like using honorific towards me. And I'm like, what the fudge? So, he came to my house yesterday to get some advice, but I think it was just kind of like, he just needed some help. He just needed someone to talk to because he's kind of sick of his life right now, which makes sense. And I told my mom the same thing. If I lived in Korea with all these comparisons and with all these like internets being so like popular and everything, I would have just actually been so negative to myself. He's a nice kid, but sometimes I think it's like to his family, he can be a little 욕심부리다? How do you say that in English? Yeah. He's a little greedy. Like, if there's some food that he likes, he kind of puts it in front of him. So there are some minor details that he needs to work on, but because he was the youngest when he was born, like, the relatives kind of didn't care, which was kind of our fault because, you know, he put like his food in front of him. He's born in, I don't know, I think he's freshman in college. That's all I know. So maybe like 2000, he's born maybe 2002 or 3, one of those two. So I was actually thinking about inviting him to my stream to at least like talk to you guys, and at least like learn how to talk to people. But like, streaming isn't also like a good place to learn to be socially active, because it really is. Like, I'm lucky to have at least like human beings on my stream, but like there are some people who are a little rude on the internet, so yeah, I always say that to you guys, right? So like he just wanted, so he came home, like I said, to ask me, hi RJ, oh, you missed yesterday, we had a fun stream. He came home yesterday to ask me about programming and how I thought about the career in programming, and I said it's a very good career, but he wasn't focused on, you know, I realized all these computer stuff and like those actually interest me, blah blah blah. He was more focused on, I realized that has a future, like that's a job field that has a future. And I'm like, if you just want a job that has a future, it means that you're fine off of what you're doing right now. So he is in med school. He got into med school, and a little bit about his med school problem is that his college is a little different from other colleges. And you know how other colleges, you like go find your room, you get to navigate, you get to pick your classes, and you're more free to do that. The college that he got accepted to is more like high school, where he just stays and the teacher comes to you. So it is a great med school. I think it's like in the top 3, but he doesn't like the system because he doesn't feel like, you know, he's upset that he doesn't get to experience college life. Yeah, so it's like high school for him, and it makes sense. So for me, I totally said that makes sense that you're not experiencing what other people get to experience as a college life. And if that experience is very important to you, I think it's important that if you want to move, like, it's fine. But then his mom, like, when he was in the bathroom, his mom pointed out the fact that he found this guy who's in... Oh, wait, before I talk about that, so then I'm like... Yeah. So before I talked about that, I was like, okay, like, for programming, a lot of the people doing programming, like, I kind of lied, you know, like, not a lot, but some of the people like to actually, you know, if they see a problem, like, I told him, programmers have a different mindset than the rest of us, especially as a med student. One of the difference is, for med students, you guys have to memorize and do it. For programmers, the logic has to be stuck in your head. So when you're solving something, like, you have to solve something instead of finding the answer through a textbook. And I feel like that was the difference when I studied both med. Like, I wasn't in like the med school, but I was in that track at least like my freshman and sophomore year, and I dropped out because I was like, I don't have the mind to memorize everything. I'd rather be a problem solver where I have to memorize, but I can use my brain to solve something, right? So I told him that. I was like, you know, that's the difference, and if you're up for that, like, you should do it. But these programmers that I meet, they are willing to spend time studying on their own time without any help. And the issue with Korean high school students is that they have a hard time studying on their own because Korean cram school is so highly developed, especially for him who has relied on cram school a lot. I told him, you cannot rely on people to helping you when you're programming. Of course, you can rely on Google. I didn't tell him the cheat way, but you need to step out. You need to look for yourself. I'm not gonna sit around and like help you find all the materials, which I was thinking about doing it. You have to do that on your own, and that's what programmers do. And if you can't do that, I don't recommend you like pursuing this route and just going on with med school. And he was kind of like, oh fudge, I pressed the wrong button. And he was kind of like, okay, well, like technically I don't know about med school, but I want to do maybe like business. So I was thinking of being in business school. I'm like, okay, like, so what do you see yourself in 20 years? Like, I asked that question because that question sometimes really helped me trying to think about what I want to do. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I want to have a certain specific job, but at least like have something on your mind. And he goes, I don't want to be like my dad and my mom, which both my, like, they're doctors. So he doesn't want to be a doctor. I understand that. So I think for him, studying isn't the route that he want to go to. But I did tell him, if you study med school and study programming at the same time, you would be so ahead of other people, especially because a lot of the engineers, a lot of the software engineers don't like don't like doctors because they are not willing to change. That's one of the things that you end up realizing when you're in that field. And that's why I did not want to be working in a hospital. That was the biggest reason why I was like, I have the option to working in a hospital, but I choose not to because sometimes the doctors are very greedy since they are not that lenient towards programs. Especially, I mean, it makes sense since they would have to do all the studying, but the fact that the program, you know, tells you a certain answer, I do see where they're coming from. So I told him that you'd have so much benefit if you do both, but if that's not the route you want to go to, that's totally acceptable. You don't have to do it. Yeah, I told him like med school and CS would be like, you'd be recognized, you'd be like amazed, like people would be actually like, you know, treating you fairly differently if you knew both fields well. So then I was like, okay, so are you thinking of CS? And he's like, well, actually, I'm actually not sure. Like, he wants to actually, like, in 20 years, he wants to just start a job, or he wants to start a startup. Oh, fudge, I got chilling. Are you joking me? Anyways, he wants to start a startup and like go in that field. And I'm like, okay, so, or I said 10 years, and that's what he sees himself is like, doing a startup and being very successful, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, so is that why you wanted to do programming? And he's like, yeah. And then he was actually thinking, but it seems that business school is where you get all those like insights. And I'm like, okay, first of all, if you want to start a startup, you don't have to be in business school. And he's like, wouldn't it help? I'm like, not really. I mean, it could help in some sense, but I told him that college isn't exactly like, if you study that field, not everyone goes to that field. So I told him, I was like, you know what? Wait, where was I going with this? If that's what you want, I want you to do more of investigation, and like, startup doesn't happen just because you go to business school. I think that's what I focused on the most, because you know how like if you do a startup, but it's the idea that people are wanting for. It's not like, of course it's also important for the person to, you know, like convince you to invest in our product, but I told him it's the product itself that needs to, you know, like stand out. So what does he want his startup to be doing? He doesn't have that idea, right? So he just wants to do a startup, but he doesn't know the idea or anything. He just and so when and then he was like, can I go to the bathroom? Because like auntie was giving him that, like, you know, you could do this, you could start a startup as a doctor, like when you're in med school too, blah blah blah. So then I was like, you know, he was like, oh, I'll go to the bathroom. And so I got to talk with auntie separately, and she told me, no, actually I think it's because like he saw this social media. He was on Instagram, and one of his colleague friend who does Instagram was uploading all these like cool fancy pictures that made him jealous. And I was like, oh, like what was the picture? And it was like this college froshy guy was driving a Porsche and dating a like some girl in dance major, and in Korea that is like the drama setting. So like him hearing about it, I think made him, you know, very upset. And honestly, I could see how it came from, because he was from a very competitive like schooling field. So I don't make fun of that, but the fact that internet is created that way was just so depressing. And the fact that there are people who have to encounter this is really unfortunate. And for those who are like laughing right now, this is a high school kid that we're talking about. Of course we're old enough to realize that the internet isn't the same, but these guys have like very short attention span, and they're very fragile. So like I understand the side that he's viewing it from, and that's where you have to blame it on the internet. But I just felt really bad for him. Like I wanted to help him out in some sort, but at the same time, if I help him, then he'll always be, you know, like he'll never grow out of it. So I told him, like, once he was out of the bathroom, I was like, so you have to tell me exactly what you want to do. Do you actually just want to like play and get drunk and meet girls, and is that why you want to change college? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, thanks for telling me the truth, and if that's what you want, I want you to do it. That's what I told him. I was like, I want you to do it, but at the same time, you have to promise me that the moment you do that, you cannot blame it on your family or me, because I gave you different options. I'm also giving you like the fact that you have protection for being like having, you know, like families in the medical field. But the moment you leave medical field to figure out what you want to do, like that's all on your own. And I told him about myself too, and being like, my dad is a professor and my mom is, you know, like she was an English teacher. None of them know about what I'm doing, so I had to figure everything out on my own. So if you can do that, then I'm gonna root for your decision. But if you're gonna like, you know, become 25 and like still don't have anything you want to do, you cannot blame that on me or your parents. And that's when you have to also step up and figure out exactly what you want. So I don't know if I got the message clear to him, but it was just really upsetting to see how social media was influencing him so much that he was just being so he was comparing all his situation to him. So I was really sad. It's really sad. It's a sad reality. And for him, what I heard was that when he was in high school, he had like his friends who are very like, I don't know, maybe on social media you could be good looking, right? Because I don't know if you guys use the apps, the picture taking apps. They just make you into a K-pop idol. Like, I don't like using them honestly, because they just make me feel so unnatural that sometimes I just don't use them, or like I put them at like the lowest setting that doesn't even change my eyes or my face. But like, you know, there are some people which it was like my first time seeing them, where I was outside one day and this girl was on her phone, right? She was on her phone and she was doing something like this. I'm like, I wonder what she's doing. So I like checked her phone. I like eavesdropped and I was like, or I didn't eavesdrop, but I was like looking over her shoulder, and I saw her like making her face into a V line, and like her eyes like this big and everything, and I'm like, so it was pretty shocking. It was so shocking for me to see that. But at least I know, guys, we know that Instagram isn't reality, and people mention it multiple times, like saying, you know what, get off the internet, these things don't help you, or, you know, like you have to view it as these people, you know, aren't very smart, right? But for him, he's just a young child, right? He's just such a young child that doesn't know anything. So it was really sad. And yeah, it was really sad. It's really sad seeing that. Your Instagram feed is reality. But anyways, I'm just really... The fact that I had to do that talk with him made me really sad that he was so addicted to the internet, or he was so involved with the internet that he couldn't identify between reality and the virtual world. So, well, what can you do, right? Blame it on social media. I travel. Fuck. This is good, by the way. It has ham in the middle. Hmm? Guys, yesterday I talked too much that my voice hurt. 어떡하지? 아씨. Today I should do more casual stream. I keep saying that I should do casual stream, but it's so hard. I want to keep talking. I think it's also because I had to talk right after stream for another 2 hours. Wow. I also told my auntie to give him the chance of being an influencer. Because if that's kind of what he wants, of being like good looking and everything, it could work, like, you know, if he learns all those. But hey, Ayo, what can you do? Oh no. Oh no. 어디 갔어? No, I don't think he realizes that. Yeah, I should get some throat candy. I think he thinks that... Actually, I don't know what he thinks. I think he just wants to be one of the cool kids in high school. Yeah, that's what I told my mom too. He just has to learn it the hard way. But I also understand like auntie's side of like wanting to kind of care for him, because, you know, like if things go bad, it might be hard for him to come back, but oh well. Like, I even told auntie, I was like, why don't you just make him live alone by himself for like 6 months? But she was like, what if things happen? I'm like, what if he just plays game? I'm like, just tell him to play game, you know? That's what I'm thinking. But I think that's like Asian parents. All Asian parents are like that. What's something that he's good at? He's really smart. You know, honestly, he is one of the smartest people. He's good at dreaming. He didn't go to military. My mom was worried, being like, oh my god, he's not gonna fit in military. I'm like, that's where he's gonna learn, mom. My mom, they're very worried. Of course I'd worry. It's probably because I've never, you know, like, I understand the mom side. Ever since I bared a child, I totally understand how precious they can be, and like they always want them to succeed. But at the same time, like, if they're never going to learn, in the end, they'll just blame their parents. Guys, I got so tired. Why am I so tired? I even got like things in my eyes. 눈에 다래끼 난 것 같아. I don't understand how people stream for like 7 hours without resting. They must rest somehow, right? I don't think it's the dry eyes. I think it's just tiredness. And talking too much. I should get a... They do sleeping stream? That's true. Actually, we have lots of things to do today. But... I'm procrastinating. I'm being an old guy. I'm being an old fella where we just don't do. 아니 근데 honestly, if I streamed without content, I could just be playing Lost Ark for 10 hours without talking to you guys. But that's boring. Who will watch me? That's what I was saying, because one of my friend who plays Lost Ark, he's my 후배, watches my stream sometimes, because I didn't realize, but he messaged me yesterday on Lost Ark being like, oh, why'd you quit stream, or why'd you turn off stream? I'm like, what the fuck, you were watching? But like, he was asking me why I'm not doing Lost Ark for content, and I was like, you know what, I've thought, you know, a lot about... oh wait, I did it. I thought a lot about being a Lost Ark streamer, because I actually enjoy playing Lost Ark, and as you guys know, I love this game, and I'm kind of crazy about it too, because I'm spending money, right? But the problem is that this is one of the hardest games to be funny. Like, I watch a lot of Lost Ark streamers, and either you gotta be really good at talking and making every situation the most craziest, funniest way, or you have to be doing like spending so much money on this game. Because another part of this game that people enjoy seeing is like you like throwing money in trash. Trying to get the most expensive items, which is true, and I was like, or I have to go into the educational route where I teach them about like how to become very strong on Lost Ark. And it's like, I'm not up that far, right? I as much as I love this game, I don't think I'll be investing that much time into thinking about that, because I still have K-pop stuff to do. So I was like, I'll just enjoy this secretly. But today I was gonna play Detroit Becomes Human, so I'll probably be playing that. I think I'll just play Lost. I'm having my just chat stream right now. This is all just chatting. Gotta finish this week's raid. Yeah, I have so much raid. I have to do Brella's shoes, or whatever her name is. I have to do Ili Akan, and then I have to go to Carmine, whatchamacallit. I have so many things to do. So I might cut down on my characters, but I love them all. They're so hard to cut down. They're so adorable. Oh, and then I think I'm gonna change Jinri TV YouTube account to just say Jinri React, because it's not really what I do on stream or anything. It's just me reacting to YouTube. So I think it makes sense for me to change it to exactly what I do. So, Lost Ark just reminds me of Maple Story. Yeah, oh my god, it's so Maple Story-y, but 3D with pretty characters. Jinri Reacts. Jinri Reacts. Yeah, I need a better name, so I'm gonna redo the stuff on that. Cause the high chances of those people coming to my stream and watching it is so low. People don't really come to my stream to watch on that channel. I think it's like maybe 0.0001% of my subscribers come and watch. Let me do that right now. I have a different one to upload. I'm gonna upload a different one. 기다려봐. I have to download that one first. I did battle the other day. 미쳤다. 나 너무 졸려. Did I download this? I'm a Betty. 안 했네. Didn't react? Okay, so here's the thing, guys. As much as you guys, I find that funny, I don't think the young girls are gonna find that funny. Remember, my stream is catered towards young girls, not old guys. So we just have to be chill about it, guys. 기다려봐. 기다려봐. Oh, I have to do perfect night. 기다려봐. 어? 잠깐. 빼빼빼빼빼빼. I'm a Betty. Jinri reacts for reaction channel. Jinri acts for cosplay channel. Why this does not play? You know what? I was so mad. Everything's so slow on my PC. Very. What do I press on here? Let's see. I did this. And then I play. Oh, it's not on the phone, so I have to see it on this. I'm good. I'm a little lazy. As usual. 기다려봐. So we found this like don't share it to my subscriber thingamabobby, which is kind of funny because like only 7% of my subscribers are watching my videos. Isn't that really sad? What? Betty, Betty. Show more. Paid promotion. Auto chapters. Featured place. Automatic concept. Tag. Language. Record date. License and distribution. Publish to subscription feed and notify. 이거 아닌데? Betty.
Who wants to know this?
But it's not notify. Publish. Notify subscriber 이거 하지 말고. Okay, let's try that. Yeah. And it is Betty. I have to figure out what hashtags to use. Okay. 잠깐만. I love this dance. Betty challenge. Betty Ive. Betty. Oops. And then I do public. Really? Even on Instagram? YouTube? I think that's FYPs for Instagram, no? Guys, go see it, like it, subscribe it, and like share it to your friends right now. TikTok, 그러니까. Guys, let's end stream. Today was all. This was all. Just kidding. Today I'm going to do my Japanese lesson. I'll be resting from Lost Ark a little. Let's do our Nihongo lesson, and then we'll do our. What are we doing today? We were going to read the news, a little bit of the news. What's going on in the world, guys? I don't know what's going on around the world. All I know is in Korea there was an incident where there's this guy who is actually a girl, was going to marry a fencing medalist, gold medalist in fencing, and we realized that she was faking her gender and all of the different accused. So that was actually hot for a bit. And I think they had a meme which is like, I am something something, but I still don't know what the story is. I should have maybe figured it out beforehand to tell you guys, but I didn't know exactly what it was. So also, what I found an interesting article the other day. Let's see, I'm trying to look for it. Yeah, I read that like 3 times and I still don't know who is scamming who. Yeah, I still don't know exactly what the situation is. It just doesn't make any sense at all. So, that happened recently, like a week ago maybe? The 전종일 사건? Yeah. That was the synopsis. Oh, my screen got big again because I changed my... I didn't know that putting it on a different USB would have this much of an effect, guys. Isn't it shocking? Oh really? USB 3 is faster? I didn't know that. So let's see. Earnings happening this week. I've never heard of Copa Airline. Warner Music Group. Warner? Ah, this sounds familiar. American Software. Bath and Body Works? How are they doing? Spectrum. This seems like a new semiconductor company. If I press this... Did you plug in a USB 3 into a slower port? If you plug in... 남현이 맞아. Does it tell you what the video source resolution now is? Probably should somewhere, but I don't know. Maybe that's why my video was so slow the past couple of days. 잠깐만, I have to turn off my... Oh my god, today is one of the days where you just don't want to do anything. 진짜 농담 아니라 all I want to do right now is just be in bed watching YouTube. 미친 거 아니야? What happened to me? 왜 이래? Who did this to me? Oh... I knew it was you! You pulled an all-nighter and just finished up a project? 와, 진짜. How do you do all-nighters? I cannot do that anymore. Remember the day I did it with hot shoes? That was just so bad. 맞아. I'm so getting... I think it's because I'm getting old. Oh, really? Ooh! Was it a girlfriend? Anyways, Veterans Day is coming up, guys. This is for last week. Friday. American population could peak this century, guys. New York Times just hit 10 million subscribers. Here's how they make money. Wow, so printed revenue actually is $178 million, which is shocking. I never expected it to be this much. Oh, it was 11/11? Oh, that's awkward. Did you guys take a break on Veterans Day? You guys don't work, right? It was Saturday? Oh. You got a holiday pay? Did you go to work? Did you guys thank some veterans? We should have done something on Veterans Day. Oh, by the way, I have to tell Hachoni that I can't make it this week. I had to cancel all my tickets. I worked in the morning and then went out to buy the suit for the wedding. Oh, really? You got a discount? That's so good. Wow, $100 DC? That's definitely worth it, guys. Holy cow. How much did you pay? Korean suits are pretty expensive. If it was tailored, I think it would be better in US, don't know. 500? Yeah, that's pretty expensive. I think you could have got 1.5 suit. Maybe. I have to remember how much my brother's suit cost. That was also pretty, like, around 500-ish. But I feel like the Asian fit is much better than American fit. Like, Asia's suit tries to make you look slimmer, but, like, US suit doesn't do that. I feel like maybe because I haven't gone to maybe, like, a legit tailor fancy suit place. Maybe Boss does it better, but at least the ones I've seen in, like, Macy's are kind of bad. Oh, really? Don't get Boss? Why? Isn't Boss good? I have to use less of my voice. Yeah, I don't know why they do that on purpose. I feel like US suits are just so not fashionable. Like, I never liked guys' suit in US. It looks kind of all so weird. Let me just go get some coffee, guys. I'm dying right now. Oh, guys, wait. You guys can see this now. 야, 나 그대로지 않아? 귀여미? 야, 2years라고 하니까 나 너무 늙어 보인다. I sound so old.
Supposed to be in a battle. What do you think they will fight with? 뭘로 싸울 것 같아? 총? Gun? Knife?
They're more...
Oh shit.
Oh, shoot. What?
Oh my god, this scared the crap out of me. 악의 마음을 우리 둘 다 놀랐어.
믿을만한. 나 뭐라고 여러분? Who am I? Stock goddess. Stock queen. What did I say? Stock queen, right? Stock queen. I only paid $7 for 2 tickets. And I get to see Oh My Girl? 와, 레전드다.
Do you guys know why
Guys, I look so
I'm doing
young.
programming stream? 제가 왜 프로그래밍 방송을 하는지 아세요, 여러분? Do you guys wanna know why I'm doing programming stream? Because
I look super young. Oh, did you see the new clips? Thanks, but I still feel like I'm
알지? 내
old.
맘 알지? You guys all know my reason. Right, 그렇지? 그렇지? I'm a programmer? 내꺼?
Can I skip it? I feel so mature and like old. Hi. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about New York Times. So they actually made so much money. So I'm actually subscribed to New York Times. Oh, clip volume was loud? 기다려봐. As far as brand goes, I bought my shirts and suit from Charles. I don't know where they are. And suits are cheaper than Boss, but also better quality. Ah, really? New York Times has games? Ah, 그러네. Mark knows a lot because he knows those stuff. Word games. Are those fun? 아, 맞다. Forgot about Wordle. 에? Really? 기다려봐. But I have it doing... Unless you put each clip by itself. That's what I did. I added it individually onto the list. And I have it on... 야, 나 그대로지 않아? 귀요미? You know what's kind of crazy? This clip that's being shown right now isn't even the first clip. Did you click shuffle playlist? Yeah, I did.
What do you think they will fight with?
Is it different at all?
뭘로 싸울 것 같아? 총? Gun? Knife?
They're more...
Oh shit.
Oh, shoot. What?
Oh my god, this scared the crap out of me.
It's in the same order of random playlist.
우리 둘 다 놀랐어.
믿을만한. 나 뭐라고 여러분? Who am I? Stock goddess. Really? That's not even the
Stock
first
queen.
clip, which is ironic.
Stock queen.
뭐지? 그러네. Let's do it again. I see. You guys can see the same clip over and over and over again. So it's not an order for sure. And it's on random generation. But it is doing random generation, but it's not random. Oh, maybe I need to turn off shuffle.
Guys,
So now it's gonna go in order though. So it keeps playing the same clip. Yokem's definition is I do. It's okay. I don't want to see the Kumi Ego clip. Why does it do these like weird awkward egos? There you go. Let's start with the golf one. What's kind of sad is like half my clips have masks. That was pretty close. Bekra. Lol. I miss Lessa. What is she doing? Don't DM her, Lessa.
Love. 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 Love.
This is what you were doing when I was trying to tell you my
Nothing
story.
you can do can be said.
Oh my god.
Oh, you need it.
She did our annual stream.
Try it.
Anyways. There you go. So anyways, going back to New York Times, guys. So they finally passed the 10 million subscriber mark. So they must have jumped 6% on Wednesday. So what makes... Did that list of clips help you? Yeah, it did. Thanks, Skipperny. So what makes... Oh, and then Skipperny, your clips are gonna help me so that I can put it on Instagram. Lessa's Emerald 4? 말도 안 돼. But she's so bad. Don't tell her I said that. Wait, I think we did. Did we play Lost Ark at League of Legends together? Whoa. Did she get help? I think she got help. Isn't she like top? That emoji, by the way, Skipperning, just like defines you. I love it. Who made it? I still want to make my own emojis. It is such a great emoji. Emote. Are you supposed to say emote or emojis? Oh, Dreamster? Ah, he makes the best emotes. Oh. Oh, on Twitch is emote? Really? At one point of me is like wanting to make intern emotes look fancy, but at another but like in another sense, I don't want to make my intern emote too good looking, because I feel like at the same time you guys are gonna be like, oh. You guys make me look good. You guys are making me look good, kind of sense. So I was like, oh, maybe I should just try to keep it that way. But Yeah. Like, isn't it better with that view? Like, imagine that intern looking very cute. You guys wouldn't use it. I can sense it. You guys are gonna be like, oh, I'm too good looking. I have to keep my brand image. Fun. Oh, really? That's so cool. Let me see. Cute looking emote. So crazy. Maybe I should ask for like a boss, cute version of boss, but I doubt you guys are gonna barely use it. Oh, you got one too? Wait, but that's from Dachi. Dachi makes cute emo too. So cute. Okay, guys, we're gonna learn how to make emotes one day. That's on my list of to-dos. Someday. Someday after NYT. So anyways, going back to, can you guys stop distracting me of trying to be very elite and studious of reading about NYT? Just kidding. I get so again, do I need to take the ADHD test again, guys? Where were we? So guys, oh, so one of the questions I was having about this, anything to not study? Hey, can you stop revealing my college life, Mark? It's kind of annoying that you're doing that to me right now. 아, 짜증나. Let's skim through today's news. How about that? And then we'll learn Nihongo. So anyways, today, or this was last week, so we're a little off date, but what are other newspaper companies? I cannot even name any names anymore. How many of you guys read the news in the morning? Does anybody like check the news? Who's very smart? Wall Street. 맞아, Wall Street도 있구나. Guys, I got my pen out. Where the fudge is my pen, though? In US. What language is she high? Where's Anya? All I know Anya is from Spy Family. Oh, I have to keep updated with the recent Spy Family guy. What have you said to date? What have you said to date? What have I said to date? What did I say? What did I say, guys? Did I say something? 어떡하지? What did I say? 난 뭘 했더라? Guys, don't. Guys, my pen's dead. 뭐지? Oh, it's downloading. Oh, so it's ready. 뭐지? Do I have to download a separate thing for this? Hi, Tenga. No, it says it's ready, but it's not working. But light's coming in, so I think I have to download the extension. do you? What is this? Wacom. Wacom. Give me a second, guys. Oh, I need their program. Product support. Free software. Get started. How do you download the software? 아, driver download 있구나. I have search model number. SKU? Is SKU the same thing as SNN? 아, 이건가? CTL? 아, 맞네. 480. Guys, this is not me getting distracted. It's very importante. SN is serial number. Drink water? Oh, thank you. 나랑 빵댕이보다 진뜻 이진나님? 누구세요? 커피로 대체할게요. I didn't install it. Oh, it's too large? Mine's very small. Serial number. Oh. Oh, it works now. Okay, so going back to content though. Oh, you can use it for photo editing? I'm not really good at using the pen, I think. People make fun of me. Isn't it funny though, like for those who saw my penmanship? Like, weren't you guys shocked that like my penmanship was better on actual paper? 왜 이래? 뭐야, 왜 이래? Anyways, going back to content though. Pen displays? What is pen display? My drawing? Wait, is that being sarcastic as in I draw bad? What did I draw? 나 뭐 draw 했지? Okay, so anyways, NYT guys, NYT. 아니 이게 이상하다니까. Oh great. Now this pen is being a douchebag. 아, 맞아. Display monitor that has pen tablet functionality built in. Ah, really? Is that a legit thing? How much are those? Those probably are so expensive, right? Let's talk about NYU. MIT. So NYT's competitors are, as you guys mentioned, let's go up and above. They have local newspaper. They also have LA Time. This is local newspaper, like LA Time. Finance Time. Financial Time. Wall Street Journal. And USA Today. One of the things that would be interesting to find is individually how many subscribers they have. But it seems that since this news came out, it seems that currently NYT is the best. What makes them the best? Maybe as a prediction, since the New York is known to be like the finance best, meaning they have all the insight. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just making predictions. You guys can correct me. Or maybe they've been the longest. So it seems that they get mostly from digital revenue. So people are actually still reading the news. Why I'm surprised of saying that is, well, we have to compare it to the MZs, millennial, versus old ajushis. Old ajushi. And the reason why I say this is in Korea, people don't read. And that's where we make a comparison of YouTube, right? YouTube being popular. Why is YouTube popular, guys? Because simple and fast. But are all the news on YouTube trustworthy? Me. Even as someone who creates YouTube channels, I don't trust myself. That's why one of the channels that I hate doing for YouTube is informative content, including Lost Ark, guys, Lost Ark. I'd rather be, and this is kind of funny, the reason why I say this, and I mentioned this multiple times to you guys, but my father-in-law, when I told him that I was doing like informative stuff, actually stopped me because he was like, you know, you could just do like beauty stuff. And I know he's being kind of like you know, just kind of generalizing, but I think he'd rather want me to do like vlogs because those aren't really that informative, right? They're just for pleasure. And I kind of agree with him because if you go to the informative content, it could become so negative unless you're like super enthusiastic and you're super like diving deep into it and you're like, I am the best at this content. Like I won't do it. Although people are still watching my old like company reviews, those actually took so long because it took me like a week every week, and it took studying time of like, okay, so I'm saying this now because I don't work anymore, but every time, you know how I work at my company for 8 hours? During the 8 hours, like 2 hours was working on my company review. Because I have to get the sources down. And one of the biggest issue that I realized that I was having problems with this was, let's say an event happened. Let's say we read this news saying NYU just hit 10 million subscribers. I don't know if it's a good thing, but I start having these questions of, okay, so NYU hit 10 million. So then what made them hit 10 million? What are their... Because I'm in my brain, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, this is news, but we gotta dive deep into what people don't know. And what people won't know is, why did this hit 10 million versus, you know, like all the other newsletter companies that we just mentioned. So then you look into that. You do Google search of why did NYU hit 10 million, right? So then you search all these information, and then comes out a different history that like I didn't actually read about. So then I have to go look into that history and go dive in. And it's never ending. It's never ending loop. So when you guys often ask me to do like old companies such as GE or Ford, then I gave you that look. That in my, to you guys, I would be, those are good companies, but maybe we should do something maybe more fresh so that you guys don't know the history of it. But inside, I was like, that was me. Deep down, I was like, you know how much time I have to invest in? Because I always wanted to give you guys one a week. So, anyways, that's something random. I don't even know how we got here. But anyway, so going back to the original idea of, I know you guys gave me some links to this, but it seems that their biggest competitors would be Street Journal. No, we heard about Street Journal, right? And Washington Post. Okay, so I've heard about both. And then for me personally, I would do there's NYU, NYT, and Wall Street Journal. That's what I was thinking of. So LA Times is like New York Times? Ah, really? LA Times is not local. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So there are statistics, but that link is broken somehow. It seems there's a lot of newsletters companies too. So top 10 would be New York Times, as we just mentioned, and now this is out of date, but since it's at 10. So if you compare actually the Wall Street Journal, even when this was updated, I don't know when, but it's more than double. It's almost triple the subscribers. That's actually really crazy. The fact that it's like triple? I wonder why. And then we also got some statistics of what is this? Oh shit. We got a statistics, but we need an account for unlimited access. But leading English language news website worldwide from March 21st to March 23rd. Can I move this? Sir! F you. Okay, well, there are some links out there. And then the oldest USA newspaper is the New Hampshire Gazette. Is that, correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Since 1756? That is so old. Wow. And New York Times is actually created in 1851. So from last year, but comparison of physical circulation number comparison. We got another article where it's showing it above, and still New York Times. For this one, actually, New York Times is not first. So circulation numbers are dropping, but millions of physical newspapers still roll off the press each day. So New York Times actually cut down on paper, printed ones, which makes sense. Like, how many of you guys are still reading by paper? Honestly, I envy those ajashis, like, reading paper outside of a coffee shop, but what looks more smexy are the New York Times New York oppas in suits, wearing suits, having their ice Americano, and on their phone, like this. Actually, that does not look sexy. Honestly, guys, the real sexy is... I don't have paper, but you know. So anyways, yeah, I know I keep saying NYU. I am so sorry. I mean NYT. I am so sorry. I am so sorry for saying NYT or NYU. It's so much easier saying NYU than New York Times. Hi, Dr. Fish. Long time no see. Wall Street Journal has a quarterly magazine, really? Yeah, so I think, honestly, the reason why there's a difference is I'm actually sub to New York Times, but the reason why is... New York Times says, I think I'm paying like, what, $2? And I'm actually putting this on my, of my cost of how much I'm spending for a stream, but it's like $2. And I was like, that's not that bad, right? And it's like, if I save a Americano a day, which is also cheaper than $2 or expensive than $2, right? Then I could be subscribed to a month of New York Times. But when I was trying to sub to Wall Street Journals, because we were getting newsletter from that site, it was like, what, like $10? So I'm like, I mean, of course they, you know, they need to get paid and everything, but the difference, I don't see the point. Oh, Washington Post is owned by Jeff Opar? Ah. Yeah, you need to read it through iPad Pro. Did you hear that Venmo? Oh my god, Brian, I'm so sorry. For like a bit, I thought you were writing an ad. So I was like, do I have to ban this guy? I didn't see your name. Or, yeah, I was like, did you hear? You know, that's like the typical ad like phrase. Did you hear that something are gonna start? Don't forget. And then I was seeing Extended's like link, which I thought was together. So I was like, oh my god, we have this douchebag. I'm sorry. No, I'm gonna read your thing. Okay, so sorry. I'll share it to you guys. It looks like it's a scam. Like, look at this. This is what I was reading. Look at this. If you see this, guys, don't you guys think the same thing? This is what I was seeing, okay? I was seeing, did you hear that? And then I saw Extended link and I'm like, is he trying to scam me? Okay, well, he's not, okay? He's not. I'm paying attention. So Cash App and PayPal are gonna start being taxed. They dropped the balance limit from 20,000 to 600. So if you receive or make additional 600 on these apps, it's gonna be taxed. Why? That's bad. Only sorry guys. Okay, NYT. Hey, don't mention B2B Opar. It's so sad. The newspaper my dad subscribed to keeps asking him to come back, but they never deliver the paper to him. What? Really? That's BS. Shush, I don't want to look at tax. Let's just put that away for a second. That's another day stuff, man. WJSJ magazines are pretty nice. Oh. 87,000 new IRS agents need something to do. They got a new agent? PayPal used to be called X. Yeah. So anyways, I mean, I still report how much I'm making on PayPal too. Or how much I'm getting in my PayPal. So it's not a big deal. But if I'm getting taxed for that, that'd be kind of sad. But oh well. I kind of gave up on my stuff. So let's see. How the hell do you read this? So of the digital subscription versus printed subscription, it's like 2 times, which makes sense. People aren't reading through paper. Like if you ask a young kid, like in their 10s, you ask, do you know what do you know what newspaper is? They'll be like, oh, you mean like Twitter? Right? That's so sad. Anyways, and then they have digital advertising. So I'm guessing, you know, on the side they have like the new bra that came out from Victoria's Secret, right? They have those type of ads on the side. So I'm guessing that's the digital advertisement. And then, you know, the printed advertisement. I've always enjoyed seeing the printed advertisement for some reason. And then they also have some other revenue. I'm guessing this might be through games or maybe selling data. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually sell data of 10 million users. That's actually a lot of data, so it's actually worth selling. We still get the free local paper in the mailbox. Oh really? Oh man, your kids are smart. Keep it like that. You should keep making your kids read paper newspaper, like papered ones. So anyways, New York Times, like the Financial Times, saw printed subscriptions slump in the last quarter, though the 172-year-old paper more than made up for this drop by adding over 800,000 digital-only readers. Me. I'm in the 800,000 guys. Me. So the times it is a changing. Okay. So the gray lady certain growing old gracefully thanks to a few acquisition in the last in recent years. So it did pick up a trendy sports outlet called The Athlete in January 2022. Oh, and then bought the viral Wordle in the same month. I think this definitely helped them a bit. But I don't know if that was like a big deal. I think the biggest the reason why people would invest or people would purchase, not NYU, oh my god, I need to stop saying NYU. NYT versus like other newspaper is probably the cost. Like, back in my days, sorry guys, but back in my days, newspaper were like 50 cents, right? Can I say that? Just kidding. Back in my days, newspaper was still like $2. So I think it makes sense that for elders, because if you think about the target audience for newspaper, I feel like 80% is going to be people in their 30s, right? And if you think about how much these people in their 30s paid for paper newspaper, I think it would have been maybe like a couple of dollars, right? Less than 10. No 2-digit. So if they see like Wall Street Journal, if you compare like the big names, of course LA Times is also big, but if I like check online, you would mostly see New York Times or Wall Street Journal or Financial Times, those type of places. And if you compare the price, you would rather pay $2 for all the news versus $10. So I don't think this is a matter of like the layout or everything. I think the most important thing is the cost. So then you get to think, why is New York Times selling their newspaper for $2? How is that possible? My prediction, maybe... I'm guessing... One, they have other sources to make their income. Such as advertisement. Or I guess... Yeah, I'm guessing that would be a good question. Because it seems like most of the revenue is coming from subscription. But if they're only paying like $2... Because what I do, I don't know if this is what other people do, but if they start getting up to like $6 or $8, I cancel it, right? And then they send me an email saying, hey, we're sorry, we'll go back to $2 for you, just for you, special deal. I'm like, okay. So I paid $2. Yeah, it's a promotion rate. So that's what you do. If it goes up, you just cancel it. So I guess that makes sense. Probably because if you do a comparison, what Natsu's saying, if Wall Street's paying like double the amount for press, like no one's really buying paper as much as they used to, right? So I guess that makes sense. Digital is less. It's good that they are on digital, but at the same time, it's bad for your eyes. So you do that with other newspapers? Oh, I didn't know WSJ does promotion code. Subs went up. Yeah, you're supposed to cancel it. And I'm guessing those who are still sub to NYT, people forget to cancel it. And so if they started off with $2, they're probably thinking it's still $2, but in reality, it's either 6 or it could be up to 8. I think I've seen it up to 10 too. So should double check. Yeah, I would be curious on how much it would cost for others. I'm guessing it'd be the same, like ratio wise. Like it would be kind of disappointing if they just made, okay, if we're selling it to Canada, I'm gonna make it $5 because it's Canada. That'd be sad, right? The paper itself for Sunday New York Times is $12. Why does paper cost so much these days? I can get New York Times digital free through my local library. As a college student? I know college students get cheap stuff. I'm so sad. Like, this is news to all college kids, guys. Use your resources that you're able to get in college. Oh, as a resident? Oh, that's really cool. That's really good. But don't you miss that? Like, when I was in college, I was stupid not to go to libraries that much. I mean, like, I would go, but not, like, use their resources. But they had so many good resources that I'm stupid that I didn't use it. It would have been good content for YouTube. Yeah, me too. I only went to the library to play some games. So anyways, this was New York Times. I find this very interesting, but at the same time, the lesson that we learned through New York Times is that they hit 10 million, which means that they are the #1 company in newsletter, right? They are #1. Number one, you still my #1. And how they're making revenue is mostly through digital subscription revenue along with ads. So those two are the main income source. And the possibility of some other newspaper company that's going to override them, I find it very low. But if someone's going to tackle like the MZ trendy way of making newspaper, I would find that one very interesting. I'd be very curious. Like, that'd be pretty funny. That would be actually really funny, being like, okay, we are the MZ newsletter company. We make all the news in not even 5 sentences, like 3 sentences. That's how we do it. I shouldn't even use the MZs. What are we like? What are they, like alpha something? I think they were like alpha. Well, yeah, we're gonna create everything in 3 sentences type of deal. That'd be pretty funny. I'd be willing to read news that's 3 sentences, right? Everything, you know, fast, quick, simple is the recent trend, right? So if they make something with that type of trend as a newspaper company, I'd be like, yeah, Gen Alpha news. Like, couldn't you guys imagine the business model being like, or their business slogan, today's news in 10 seconds. Right? That would be more like the Gen Alpha news, right? Or today's news in BTS voice. I don't know. That's every news shorts. Yeah, but that's actually a different platform. But what if we made a separate platform called Gen Alpha News, which is tackling the NYTs and all the old people news, but we're gonna make it like a legit website for newspaper, but like Gen Alpha style. I don't know. It's just random thought process going through my mind. But I guess that's the most important thing. New York Times is the #1 because they hit 10 million, and then they are getting revenues through digital subs and ads. Kind of self-explanatory, but yeah. That would destroy journalism. Logo. Everything is destroyed right now. Ever since this like TikTok world came in, everything is so destroyed. The quality films produced by video editors, like, what are those like Animal Discovery Channel? It's destroyed. I mean, there's people watching it, but a lot of people find it boring, right? And all those like traveling. So in Korea, there is a show program that was called like Traveling Around the World, where this person, kind of like OG style, travels around the world, explains the history. So like he would go to Rome. It's not even like a person that's involved. It was just kind of like a PD that would go take amazing, beautiful footages and explain, oh, this is what the history behind it. Like, screw that. Who watches that nowadays, right? We would just watch Twitch streamers go to Rome and like meet all these crazy guys or crazy people, or get wasted and find new things and make stream content, right? So if we're expecting like the, you know, journalism or high quality video production, I don't think that's possible anymore. I guess unfortunately we just have to adapt to the recent culture. So anyways, next is American population is now expected to peak. Shockingly, very jealous. You know how Korea is like messed up right now. Korea is like effed up. There will be no Korea. It'll be like Korean blank, like Korean American or Korean Japanese or Korean something something. Like the pure Koreanness will not be born anymore. But anyways, it's good that American population is gonna be born or peaking in 2080. How old am I? 60. I'm 30. I'm gonna be 90 by then. The fudge? That's so scary. Holy shizzle. Okay, well, anyways, why? So the post-World War II baby boom spurred fears of overpopulation. And then it seems that in 2100, America be facing the opposite problem, eh? Is now expected to peak. 뭐지? Am I now understanding English? So slight acceleration in population growth was observed in 2022, up from the slowest rate on record the year prior. Projection out this week from the Census Bureau. Oh shoot, is it Bureau? New York Times in Canada distribution by the Globe and Mail is $4. Bureau. Thank you. I seen this word and I probably asked you guys multiple times and I still don't know how to pronounce it. It's my fault. But isn't it expected to peak in 2080? So at 2080 it's at the peak and then it's gonna go down from there? Right? But then it's saying that it's will in 2100 we're not even gonna be born. Who cares? Or we're not gonna be alive by then. Wow, if it's 2010, how old am I? 내가 1994년생이니까 2100년이면 얼마냐? I can't do math. How the fudge do I do math again? Am I gonna be 106 years old? Only? You know, 나 진짜 농담 아니라, you know what? I'm not even joking. I thought I did my math wrong. I was like, it's 106? And I was like, you know how, you do the typical math, it's like you cross this and it's like 9 and 10. And I was like, wait, 9 minus 9 is 0. What? I was having that like brain fart just now, being like, why is 9 minus 9 0? Why isn't it 9? Why aren't you 9? Why? Okay, well, anyways, life is gonna be dead. I'm gonna be dead by 2010. So anyways, US population could be shrinking by as early as 2080. So it is gonna be starting to shrink by 2080 after peaking at 369 million. So Korea right now is experiencing this problem since our birth rate was at last time I checked was 7.6. I don't know how low it got. And a lot of the Korean news YouTubers are saying, or sorry, a lot of the news in Korea are saying it's up to the 20th century babies or the 1990s oppas. Right? And so these people are like, the fuck? Me no baby. And I've actually been interested in this, and a lot of people are blaming the housing, which is true. Korean housing is so expensive, but I think it also depends on the culture. Cultural aspect, because as a guy in Korea, when you're about to get married, marriage for a guy means you need a house. Not just any house. You need an apartamento. in 서울. 서울에 아파트. 서울에. And this was, this is old generation. So you know, we need to know, not like, we're not thinking for Americans, we're not thinking this type of, you know, like cozy house, okay? We're thinking these type of big apartments, right? We apartment complex, like one small room with like 2 beds, at least 2 beds. Oh, you guys don't see it if I write it over there. So, you know, we're thinking these type of apartments, you know. You've seen the Asian apartments, right? And here you need at least I'm like, you know, highlighting it. 2 beds. Plus nice view. Plus parking. etc, right? That's not only what guys need. Guys also need a car. You guys need a car. Ideally, it could be Hyundai. Like I said, this is minimum. Minimum. And this was actually possible back in the days. Still back in the days when it was like 1990s or 2000, early 2000, it was possible because apartments weren't costing that much. But then as time flew by, 2023, apartments are costing like millions and billions. So you're imagining the typical, like, an apartment, a room in an apartment in Korea would be how much you're paying at San Francisco fee. I mean, a little less than San Francisco. So I'm gonna guess maybe like LA. So the cost has increased so much. And right now, that's why guys are saying, do I need to get married? I mean, you've seen my Lost Ark characters. They're beautiful. I'd rather marry my characters on Lost Ark and spend money to my daughters on Lost Ark. Rather than finding a girl who is wanting all these that I cannot afford. And that, of course, not all girls are like this. But, you know, that's guys' standard. And it's not that I mean, like, not all girls want it. I'm like emphasizing that part. But still, guys think that girls want it. So there are nice girls like me where I'm like, I grew up in US. I don't think it's a standard that a guy needs to have a house. As long as we can gather our money to get a house and get help from our family, I'm happy with and satisfied with that. As long as we're happy together. But this is where I kind of blame it on the Asian cultures, where guys are expected, as they marry, become the alpha male. You know. So you've seen the... you've seen biology class or history class where they do the ooga ooga stuff, you know, like with the beard and the hairstyle. And they're like, I'm gonna go farm, or I'm not gonna go farm, I'm gonna go hunt type of deal, right? They have their awesome spear and they're gonna go be like, I'm gonna hunt. Yeah, well, they're still at that type. A lot of the guys are still at that type, which is kind of unfortunate. But that being said, then the girl's expectation is either one, you know, give birth, or two, you know, do work and do house chores. So it's kind of unfortunate. Oh, sorry. Here's the feed. Yeah, so it's like if you guys were all living in the Bay Area, you know how affording a house is basically impossible, unless you somehow got the most. Are the Korean women still expected to provide all the home furnishes? That's still back then. There's probably some old ajumas and ajushis still wanting that, but it's been kind of trendy where we just kind of combine what we have and then what they have, and then slowly and surely buy new stuff, but it's not that necessary. So $2.8 million in the Bay Area. So yeah. And it's kind of interesting that now they're saying, at least in the US, is going to have the same problem as what they're having in Korea. So let's see what they're saying about it. So this marks the first time where it's declining. So another population decline was due to the deadly Spanish flu and World War. So then it seems that, and then obviously we had the COVID. So it doesn't really tell you exactly why. I think they're also kind of blaming it on, I mean, not blaming, sorry. They're identifying the population decline due to maybe like the flus or the war, which makes sense. And then yeah, due to the aging population along with COVID. And reliance on immigration as a driving factor. So they're actually thinking that immigration, people immigrating to US is going to help increase. So currently, the best solution, by the way. Sorry, and then America's well of young workers expected to dry up as a result of these determining forces. Which makes sense. So okay. So guys, the solution for this problem is very easy. Korean marries an American. Or, you know, I think Japan's also having a very low birth rate. So Japanese or Asians, making more Asian American is my solution. And I've actually have legit reasoning behind this. Is because one, there's a reason why people isn't there like a word where white guys like Asian girls? I forgot that like slang. I don't know if I can even use it on stream, but you know how like people kind of make fun of how white guys are into Asian girls? Yellow fever. Thank you. That just was not like going through my head. But you know how there's yellow fever? They also have a very similar thing with Asian girls. Have a thing for white guys. Right? They think that white guys are much nicer than Asian guys. I have no clue why. Like, they think that white guys are... Or not just white, but American guys. Because they're much chill, cool, uses money, etc. So, if that's the case, if they make babies, America and Asian are the best fit. Especially because you know how these days, there's BTS. So I think there's gonna be like K-idol fever. So what Asian guys, if you guys are Asian, what you guys have to do is become BTS. Okay? And if you guys are Asian girls, you just have to kind of fit the yellow fever standard. Not sure what it is, but... Korean American guys, man, what are you guys? Okay, honestly, Korean American guys are kind of like the outliers. I'm sorry, guys. Where it's like, you're too American to kind of feel that Koreanness, right? But you're also at the same time, you're too Asian to be kind of considered American. So you're like the outlier, you know, like in the graph. You know how everyone's all here together? This is Asian Americans. So you guys have to either pick, you're gonna be super white or super Asian. So it depends on how you act, but you guys can be either the best of both worlds or worst of both worlds. So yeah, so if you are actually super Asian, then you just have to be more BTS-y. as in kind of dress like BTS. One of the things that I realized that Asian American girls are into Asian guys is the way that they dress. Not like, okay, and when I say the way that they dress, I know some of you guys are gonna thinking like 19 or 2010 Big Bang style. And I'm just gonna show you this picture because I have to. I don't want these skinny jeans, guys. When I say that, we're not asking for skinny jeans. Okay? We're just asking fashion-wise more like 공유 fashion. Like you're casual looking like oppa, okay? This is what we're like asking for. Okay, when American girls think of Asian guys, this is what we're expecting, you know? Like this. Not this, okay? Okay, even BTS dress as well. Like BTS. 얘네들도 옷 잘 입더라고. Like kind of casual but stylish and nice hairstyle. So that's what we're expecting. I don't want you guys coming up to me like after like having a blind date with this girl and be like, Jinrae, you told me to dress like an Asian guy. I'm like, because your time period ended at Big Bang. Go look at Street Kids, oppa. They're not Big Bang style. Please be up to date. So that's what I mean. But anyways, this is kind of a joke, but it's kind of sad that American population is dropping. Well, I'm kind of sad that it's not really defining maybe the reason why it's causing it. Because I don't think America's having that much of a gender issue or the housing issue as much as Asian culture, but maybe that is true. Since I haven't been in the city, so maybe like if you're looking into like LA or New York, maybe the guys there are also expected to buy a house. Or maybe they do have the gender issue saying, hey, I don't like girls because they want me to... all the girls that I meet are gold diggers. Maybe that's what maybe the guys were saying. Or vice versa. The girls are saying guys are douchebags. I need to meet a Korean guy because in the K-drama, all Korean guys are rich. It'd be nice to kind of look into details about this, but as of right now, it's unfortunate that the American population is dropping. So definitely maybe some type of immigration can help. No one knows why it's declining. That's what I'm thinking too. So I would be interested on knowing why. That's all for the American growth. Moving on. Anti-trustworthy. Google cannot stop catching antitrust cases. What is antitrust cases? The search giant is now battling Fortnite. Ah! He's still fighting about this? Dude, how long was that ago, man? Anyways. Simultaneously defending ongoing monopoly allegations from the Justice Department in Washington. So antitrust law exists to stop companies from dominating the market to the detriment of consumers. So I think not only Google, but I think this happened with... Can I say Apple had this? Oh wait, are we not done with this? I forgot to read your chat. Sorry guys. I love going... Before we start antitrust, let's read about this. Sorry, I didn't read. I love going to... Dress smart? Yeah. You guys have to dress smart. Ash, I saw extended. Ash. 아, 너무 싫다. Okay. Anyways, antitrust. So Google cannot stop catching antitrust cases. So we had an issue with Apple, right? Epic Games, half owned by Chinese company, and they've been pumping tons of money into it. Do kids still play Fortnite? I don't know. Does anybody know? Because I feel like Fortnite's pretty dead. What do kids play these days? I feel like they're more towards League of Legends maybe, or they're more into the Riot games. Who plays Fortnite? Wait, did I pronounce it wrong? Or is that a meme that I'm like out of it? So anyways, the antitrust law exists to stop companies from dominating the market to the So in mom and pop we trust. America loves small businesses. Do love small businesses. So which companies do you think charge lower price? So big companies contribute more to the economy. They actually think that small companies contribute more to the economy. Or is this actually... This is a survey, right? I'm guessing this is a survey of parents. So what is actually true? Because this is actually a really interesting result. They actually think that small companies make higher quality products. I think this is really depending on the company and the product. Which companies are more ethical? Definitely the small companies. It's what I realized in this article is that it's very opposite of Korean mindset. So Koreans actually hate small companies. Maybe because they've seen like the working environment there. So in terms of being ethical or treat employees better, we actually think that big companies treat employees better. The reason why is this is a swear word, but in Korea, so like mid-sized company is called 중소기업. Okay. So this would include, I mean, there's lots of 중소기업, right? So Korean, and then big companies are 대기업. So 대기업, as you guys know, will be like Samsung, or Hyundai, etc. But actually Korean has a meme. It's not 중소기업. It's 조기업. And why it's this? 조 means dick. And why they put this is because they make you work longer hours. And bad treatment. Not all companies are like this, but because Koreans have a tendency to save up money, like save money and be 뭐라 해야 되지? 잠깐, I'm forgetting that English word. Very efficient. They don't treat workers as human beings. They actually treat them more like a robot. So if a worker got into a mid-sized company as a designer, he's not just a designer. He's a designer plus project manager plus community service, communication service, CS plus etc. Because they know that if he just does designer job, that's only 4 hours of his work time, right? But if he seems like he's capable of doing PM and CS and etc, that's actually a good amount of legit 8-hour work. And honestly, people don't work exactly 8 hours. We do take some time off because you need breaks in between. But You know, if you think about it, if he's doing all this job, then it'll be 8 hours post alpha, because he's definitely need to take some breaks, like smoking breaks, coffee breaks, etc. So but in terms of efficiency, of course it'd be better for him to do designer, not only just designer job, but also PM jobs, CS job, coffee job. So, which is unfortunate. Yeah, so not all, but a lot of Korean young age teenagers, or sorry, like college graduates would rather go to the big companies like Kakao because they have better employee treatments, or they're more ethical, and better environmentally. They believe that big companies have better work-life balance. In Korean, this is called 워라밸. So that's what they think. But it's kind of interesting to see in this statistics that a lot of the mommies and poppies think that smaller companies are doing better. So this is interesting statistics. I used to say fork knife. Shush. That's why there are a lot of small businesses in Korea too. Yeah. There are definitely a lot of toxic small companies even in the US, you think? Small companies are the mom and pop shop? Oh. People in the US are romanticizing what small companies are like, and by only remembering the good small companies. So what were the small companies in the US that were liked by everyone? I actually cannot think of any maybe small companies that were quote-unquote liked. Are they thinking like... Yeah, I actually don't know what they mean. Oh, League is 1, GTA 5, and Dota 2? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, some way that a lot of people look back at the past through rose-colored glasses. Yeah, so what are some small companies? That would be kind of interesting of, like, a local big company. So I'm okay. Yeah. But I feel like even family-owned. 그러네. There's also family-owned companies. 그치, yeah, if you guys think about mom and dad era, is what, like my mom era is even 1960s. You guys' dad era is probably 1950s. So back in the days, like these companies, the companies that were out around that time would be what? Like family-owned businesses. So it makes sense that if it's family-owned, they're gonna be treating employees better, because the CEO basically was my dad. My dad's nice to me. My dad's probably nice to employees. That I can see that. Yeah. So if they're thinking small businesses back in like 1950s, 1960s, I could see that maybe they're more ethical or more environmentally friendly, or just generally business friendly to everything. But we're in 2023. And I think that's always the hardest thing. This is like side conversation, but we have to always think that, guys, we are in 2023. For those, even including me, who think like Instagram, you know, I just had earlier the talk about how Instagram's ruining everyone's lives. But the fact that Instagram is very important to a lot of young people's lives, we have to adjust to the new trend. You know, adjusting to the new trend, which is one of the hardest things that I realize elder people do, is that. So before you guys become those type of people, I want you guys also adjust to the new trend, and good luck with that. It's hard. Even I always cannot adjust to it. It's crazy. So anyways, continuing. The size paradox, although the election cycle will likely bring about much talk of small businesses as the backbone of American economy and see politicians make various promises. Oh. There's discrepancy at the heart of the business size debate. So, and then same survey also revealed of the big versus small arguments. We love small businesses, but we also cannot get enough of the lower price offer. Hey, stop being greedy. I just laugh at this sentence. Stop being greedy. Yeah, not even gonna touch that. Indeed, while Americans view small companies more positively in environmental, ethical, and even wider economic terms, they just cannot compete against the titans on prices. With 44% of Americans agreeing that big companies charge less. So they want... Some Americans want small companies to grow big. No, they don't want to grow big. They just want a bunch of small companies producing at smaller, cheaper price. You know, honestly, this is possible. You know that smaller companies can produce and sell at a cheaper price, but you know what that means? Is their revenue is gonna be shit. Sorry, I'm swearing. Revenue is gonna be so bad. Like, so bad. And sometimes I feel like some people forget the reason why. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I mean, I don't want to stand up. Hey. Guys, don't mind my pants, by the way. Yeah, my bone cracked. Your ears is good, man. New York is gonna raise minimum wages again, like 3 years in a row, at least $1 every year. So what is it at, like $20 per hour? But anyways, like I said, you know how smaller business is saying, okay, if, for example, coffee shop, I can charge, honestly, like if you, let's imagine let's pretend we are a family. Okay, you and I are a family. Coffee beans. We just are going to start a coffee house. Coffee beans. How much do you think a coffee bean costs? Maybe... How much do you think it costs? How much are coffee beans, guys? But, okay. While you guys are finding coffee beans, normally... I would say these days. So Starbucks is offering what, like, I think it was like $5 per Americano. Let's go with the basic Americano. Americano involves, and we're gonna do ice because I like ice. So Americano involves what, like espresso, right? And espresso needs the espresso machine. And we need water. So we probably need some type of like water something because we can't give tap water. We want to give you guys high quality. Okay. And we need ice. So we need like a refrigerator or like somewhere to keep the ice, right? Ice storage. So let's just do like roughly coffee beans. But don't forget, guys, we're doing a quality. Remember, small business. We're, you know, regular Americans. Some Americans want quality coffee. So let's say where's the most quality coffee beans? Isn't it like Colombia? I think 1.77. Is it like this per pound? LB. How much coffee do we use a day? So I'm guessing quality coffee, roughly speaking, being used in my Americano, I would have to say at least like 20 cents per like a Americano. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never opened a coffee shop before, but you know, like to get an espresso, right? Let's say that's 20 cents. And we want it to be cheaper than Starbucks. Starbucks charges $5, so you know we want to give a good comparison price. So I think it should be maybe like $4, right? Wow. How much are espresso machines? I think to rent those like fancy coffee shop ones are gonna be super expensive. We also need to get like what? Rent? Oh, Jamaican and Hawaii coffee. Okay, we got the Hawaiian coffee. Rent and utilities. Like electricity fees and everything. Utilities. So if you include all these but wanting a cheaper coffee, how much? That's basically saying, hey guys, we're giving you like per coffee, you're only like earning like 1 cent. 그러면? Maybe 1 cent is too extreme. Maybe you're earning 20 cents per coffee. Right? And then you think to your head, okay, but that's only one coffee. To make basic wage, like the bare minimum wage, and let's say we're not even gonna use employees, right? If we say I'm the owner, I should at least, my revenue should be at least, well, like at least like $2,000 per month. Don't you think so? 그러면 how many coffees am I selling? 이거면 기본적으로 I can't do math today. 잠깐만. 2000이면은 if it's 20 cents, how many coffees am I selling? Can I guess like 하나 둘 셋 넷 다 하나 둘 셋 넷 다 하나 둘 셋 다 100,000 coffees? Is that right? Times 2. 그치? To make 2,000 per month. Let's say you're okay living 2,000 per month. But you also have to... But this number isn't guaranteed because you're going against Starbucks. Right? So you have to also put in money for marketing. Because people don't do marketing for you for free. So you have to sell out your coffee. Of course, marketing, buying cups and everything could be one time. 그러면 뭐야? Then this is I don't even call this a job. Then at that point I would just call this as 봉사활동이지 거의. What is 봉사활동? 봉사활동이 volunteer. So if that's kind of what they want, I mean they could. So the reason why I was laughing at this sentence of saying we love small businesses but we want them to offer lower prices is like, well, you basically want us to do volunteer. So I think cafe cost per cup is less than $1. Cafe cost per cup is less than $1. Okay, let's. So when it comes to daily coffee habit, you probably already know it's cheaper to make coffee. It's simple buy in bulks versus single item economy. Yeah, that's true. I've done the math. Okay, so let's read this person's math. Okay, this is so much better. So Starbucks daily for a tall coffee is you're saving $307. So they're charging $1.85. 뭔 소리지? Ah, this is how much I'm spending to Starbucks. So that's how much Starbucks is earning? I think the price in this article are a little low for Starbucks. 그치? Starbucks is what, like $4 or $5 these days? I examined menu for items low, medium, high at $1.80. Yeah, cause grande cafe latte is not $3.65. It's now like $4 or $5. A Starbucks is charging $1.85. 15K for a commercial espresso machine? 5K? Do we need both of them? Dude, why is it so expensive to make a freaking coffee? Okay, so let's see. How much do you think goes towards buying coffee beans? That's what they say. Answer: Starbucks buys 800 million pounds of coffee from farms. Only pay around $1.20 per coffee. So per coffee. So this is just for beans, right? $32 billion in revenue. $32 billion. $32 billion. $32 billion. Tell me, this is math. 32. 1 billion is 9 zeros. 2, 2, 2. Dot, dot, dot. 32 billion. So the math that I wanted to do is, in the end, if they want same amount of customers, if people want Starbucks, if people want local shops to make less money, it has to be less than 32 billion per year. This is per year. They actually don't spend that much on beans. So I'm guessing it's all of like tax and utilities and etc. That's what I'm guessing. And then salaries. I think salaries are the biggest reason why Starbucks is spending a lot of money. Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, I guess local coffee shop could make less by not having workers and mainly having the owner work from what, like 8 to 5. Monday through Sunday. All week. All day of the week. Then they can. But that's what that article is saying, right? If they want it to be cheaper, that's what they'll save on. Who wants to do that? I guess not the people who's asking for a cheaper price, right? 25% for salary. You would ideally want at least 2 people working at once. No, but yeah, that's ideal. But I guess that's why a lot of family businesses, if they want to save up, ends up saying, hey, we're not gonna have employees, we'll just like kind of waste our lives and do that. So I mean, not waste our lives, but like invest our lifetime into working here instead of having employees. So I don't know, it's kind of ironic, right? It's really ironic since we're saying, okay, we're gonna somehow get the smaller businesses up, right? We want the smaller businesses to survive, but they're also increasing wages. Or yeah, they're also increasing wages, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying you should not increase wages, but the fact that if they're increasing this, smaller businesses won't be able to hire people unless they just don't want the smaller businesses to succeed, right? The reason why people are making businesses isn't like, let's be real, we're not making small businesses to save your lives and make your lives easier. We're making businesses to make money so that I can live happily ever after. Of course I won't, like, you know, if if this is like 100% of why I'm working, right? Of course, there's like 20% of Jinri being, hey, I want to save the world. I want to make a product that people are gonna use and blah blah blah. But honestly, let's be honest, guys. Isn't it 80% you want to make money so that you can own a Porsche? Okay, that's being sarcastic, but like, you know what I mean. Like, we want to have a better life for our kids in the future. That's why we were trying to do small businesses or some type of businesses that really fit me well, right? So that I can send my kids to Ivy League because they're gonna be so studious and smart. But it seems that that's not what government wants if they're gonna increase wages, unless they're giving off maybe like a discount for small businesses where, okay, we're gonna have the wages to be $20, but only for small businesses, I'm gonna allow you to pay only $10 to the employees. Then it makes sense. But then who's gonna pay for the other 10? Right? Government? Or big businesses? That's also weird, right? So I think the moral of the story of this whole breakdown is the fact that it sucks. It just sucks, guys. Being in this field, being a governor, doing all these calculations just sucks. Just don't do it. Just be satisfied. Just don't want more and don't want less. Just be happy with whatever you got. Which is so sad, but what can you do about it, right? Oh, I want to see kind of, if you're okay with it, Mark, it'd be fun to kind of break down businesses on seeing where they're losing money, right? And I want to say most of it's definitely to labor. Labor, it costs so much. And I've been both a part-time worker. I've been also at a point where I was hiring. I've been also at a point where I had to kind of convince my boss to hire someone so that I can like breathe. But she was like, no, have you thought about how much money you'd be spending? I'm like, you could fire the other people who's not even working. Like, I've seen a girl watching drama at a company because she didn't have stuff to do. I'm like, and here I am, like, getting phone calls at 5 in the morning, being like, oh, by the way, can you get this by today's meeting? I'm like, 5 in the morning? Hello? Are you trying to kill me? So, it's definitely hard. I think labor cost is one of the hardest thing. And you're not there to make the workers work like a machine. Of course, you need some ethicalness, you know, you need some, like, you need some humanity, but it still sucks. Anyways, that's all for Charter. I like Charter. At least they kind of does a simplified version of the top interesting things. So that was all for today with this. And my voice is going away. Yeah, I would imagine rent and labor would be honestly my #1 thing for a lot of the small businesses. Especially if you do like some type of food, like restaurant or something where you have to own a certain product, because I feel like high chances are you don't own that. You would probably rent it, right? So for espresso machine, would you buy it or would you rent it? I'd actually go with renting it, but that also is, it also depends. Anyways, that's today's news. Let's take a 5-minute break and then we will do some Japanese learning.